Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. What's that? 2 Destiny videos in one day? Madness. Anyway, in today's video, I want to bring you guys another exotic weapon review. The only exotic I had left to get in order to complete my collection was SUROS Regime, and I just bought it from Xur, so I figured it was about time I talk about this weapon. First up, SUROS Regime is a kinetic damage auto rifle. In other words, it carries no element. However, despite that, it is one of the top rated exotics and is also listed as one of the best auto rifles in the game. Now personally, I've never been a huge fan of the way this gun looks. If you live in the UK, then the paint job reminds me a bit of the Tesco's value range. But each to their own, and the looks aren't going to alter the way this gun performs, so let's talk about something slightly more useful. First up, as is to be expected from an auto rifle, this gun has a high rate of fire and relatively low impact in the grand scheme of things. However, compared to other auto rifles, the SUROS Regime's impact is actually quite high. It has relatively good range, which can be increased thanks to the Hammer Forged perk, great stability, which can also be maxed out should you pick the Smart Drift Control perk, and above average reload speeds. And lastly, the magazine carries 33 rounds. So, what about the unique perks, the things that make this gun shine? First up, you have focused fire. When zoomed, this weapon fires slower, but causes additional damage. Now this perk is an interesting one. You'll obviously encounter it as you work through the tree, but I know a lot of people that prefer using an unupgraded SUROS for regular Crucible, so that they can take advantage of the high rate of fire, great stability and impact. Bear in mind that in regular Crucible, weapons are all balanced, so having it fully upgraded isn't a necessity. That being said, in the Iron Banner, a fully upgraded SUROS with the Focus Fire perk packs a serious punch, and is one of the most used guns during the event. In addition to that, you have the perk SUROS Regime, which causes the bottom half of each magazine to deal bonus damage and has a chance to return health when dealing damage. That also makes this weapon a good choice for use in the Crotasen raid on hard mode in the event that you do not have Red Death or a helmet to heal you. So, that's a quick overview. Now let me quickly show you the difference in rate of fire when you do and do not have the Focus Fire perk. Then we'll talk PvE and PvP. As you can see here, on the left I do not have the Focus Fire perk, and on the right I do. There is a considerable difference, some may even say penalty, to the rate of fire as you can clearly see, but the damage buff is a worthy trade-off. So now let's quickly talk PvE and PvP. SUROS is, very much like Thorn, Red Death and a few others, a somewhat situational weapon. It's a great auto rifle and it deals great damage, but it doesn't carry an element, meaning that when you are running a Nightfall with a burn, it probably won't be your first choice. That being said, when you aren't doing an elemental dependent activity, the damage and stability make it a brutal weapon. And in something like Crotasen Raid, in the event that you don't have a rocket launcher to down Crota, this is a great primary to use to take down his shield. As for PvP, well, there's a reason so many people use it and it's so highly rated. As stated, using it unupgraded for the rate of fire and the impact is an option, but if you do go down the fully upgraded path, and it's most likely that you will, then simply take advantage of the increased damage, stability and range to be able to put people down with this weapon with ease. Sure, face to face you might be outshot by a few weapons, Last Word being one that springs to mind, but for the most part this is a killer. So, in the event that Xur is selling this weapon, like he is today, provided you're watching this video on either the 10th or 11th of April, then should you buy it? Yes, you should. And with that, all that's left for me to do is to wrap up this video with some ratings. Once again, as I've been doing with all my other exotic weapon videos, I'm going to give this gun 2 ratings. One from me, and one from 269, whom you should know runs this channel with me and is the more formidable Crucible and PvP player. I'm going to go and give this gun 4 stars. It's powerful, it's stable, and it's great for 9 out of 10 PvE scenarios. However, for that very reason, being somewhat situational, I'm going to mark it down. As for 269, coming in from a PvP angle, he too rates this with 4 stars, saying that it is a pretty versatile weapon for both PvP and PvE, but 2 agrees that in a PvE standpoint, the lack of element does mean it's not always his go-to weapon. However, in PvP scenarios in the Crucible, it is one of his go-to weapons. So, there you have it. That, my friends, is my SUROS Regime review. Those are the ratings, and hopefully, if you're on the fence as to whether or not to buy it, then that should help make your mind up. As always, if you did enjoy this video, then it'd be awesome if you could leave a like and hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already subscribed and you're not already part of the Arekkz Gaming Nation, then hit that subscribe button so you can join up and so you don't miss a single video. Let me know in the comments down below how you rate SUROS Regime, and thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.